still drinking those things
In the post world, day to day, I'm sitting next to Stu for 10 or 11 years, so it's 1,000 little stories, more than any of these big, there's a large trip, typically it'd be one of us going, not both, but, as I was a young editor trying to move back to town to, be a little closer with my wife, not my wife at the time yet, but, I did the put on the suit and go door to door and ambush business owners with my resume and demo reel, and, you got a lot of doors in your face, or, hey, who are you? But, Stu gave me I came in and he was interested in, treated me with a lot of respect and introduced me to the entire company and gave me a tour of the building, and so I continued to harass him for about a year and a half. I had, leave the door open a crack like that. But, I will miss being next door to him, not only just because he'd seen everything, but, there's little situations you get into at work that, he'd been through 100 times and you bump into, a phone call, or, you made a mistake, or you had to cover somebody else's mistake, or whatever, and usually, you hang up the phone, you look around, and there he is just kind of chuckling. I mean, always there at the right moment, and I'm the sort of person, I tend to have, maybe, too much so, but, I'll have a plan A, but these things could go wrong, so if that happens, there's plan B, and if that goes wrong, there's plan C, and plan D, and, especially as technology has evolved quickly, one of the big things we're dealing with is, how do you show your video to a client, to review? And it used to be stuck a VHS in the mail, and, they just pull the VHS into the, VCR. But now, you're sending them a link or a file, you go to Dropbox or video, and it's new to a lot of people, and we found pretty quickly if you give them too many steps, it gets complicated, and you don't know, are they on a Mac, are they on a PC, are they trying to pull stuff on their iPad? So it was always a challenge, and so I'd always be coming up with these things, all right, if that doesn't work, and testing out 4 things, and he would just, kind of watch me doing all that. He's like, they're just going to find a way to mess it up. And I'm like, all right. so you can try as hard as you want, but we eventually got it down, and we found a way to just get it to 1 click. So things work pretty well now. But anyway, I will always appreciate, the way he took me under his wing, and, he had a way of training you in a way. He did get involved. He let you kind of do things, and then, would more nudge you one way or the other. He'd seen everything, and he was a great boss and a great mentor, and I'll sure miss him. I'll do my best to honor him as we go forward. Thank you.